Welcome. This is our fifth presentation of the second AIU online conference with the theme of education in the 21st century. I'm hosting Dr. Edward Lambert, and our next presentation will be by Olawole Adetayo on IT entrepreneurship. And Olawole is a doctorate student at AIU studying information technology. Right now living in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. So we are looking forward to this presentation for the expertise and knowledge of Olawole Adetayo, doctorate student at AIU in information technology. Okay, doctor, I give the presentation to you.
Okay, thank you, Edward. Thank you for the brief introduction. My name is Olawole Adetayo. I'm a PhD Information Technology student of Atlantic International University. I'll be presenting on IT entrepreneurship, that is technology entrepreneurship, trends, opportunity, and challenges on the technology entrepreneurship. There are two words together. We have technology and entrepreneurship. Under that, we'll be speaking on the agenda for today. We'll be speaking on the next page. We'll be talking about introduction, literature about global markets, technology entrepreneurship, interrelationship of technology entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship in technology, strategic entrepreneurship in information technology, challenges in entrepreneurship. Then we'll be talking about trends and opportunity in technology entrepreneurship. And then with the conclusion and the references. So let's roll with it, and I hope you are hearing me. Are you hearing me? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, I can see people are saying yes. Okay. Now, the introduction. This presentation will deal with provide insight into the trends, challenges, opportunity for today's technology entrepreneurship. When we talk about technology entrepreneurship, we are talking about force of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship coming together, producing synergy or business transformation. What does that mean is that with innovation coming into being and technology working together with entrepreneur, there's a synergy that created between those two elements, the element of forces of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship coming together to form synergy, which leads to to business transformation. Innovation is also something that we all know about. It helps technology in business to adapt as well as to evolve, which is very important in business survival and growth of a particular business. For the business to grow and for business to survive, there is need for innovation. Innovation can come through technology, which is what is driving the world as at now. Innovation is everywhere. We have innovation in technology, we have innovation in business. Innovation is also very driven by technology and help business to develop new products, new services. Also help business to look at new opportunities for itself and to monetize opportunity for its gain. Also, innovation and technology enable business to improve upon the old products, create new products, and develop new products and services. We're also going to look at entrepreneurship in creating synergy of business transformation through strategic of entrepreneurs, help in aligning business, aligning people, process, and technology within an organization. The entrepreneur is a person that aligns the people, the process, and the technology within an organization, which lead to opportunity, which lead to creating synergy of technology. It also initiates and sync with the goals and objective of an organization. It's also entrepreneurship also enable things to materialize. Entrepreneur is a person that incubates, accelerates, and ensuring things are working. The entrepreneur is a person that look at scaling up the business objectives. It may enable things to materialize, it enables product to go into the market. It's also, there are people who take ideas, change it into a certainty. That is the roles of entrepreneur. So when you now come back to the technology entrepreneurship, that is has to do with how to make business, how to make services in terms of technology. A product, institution, or policy, they become the leaders of new process, and they are apostle of change. Entrepreneurs happen in all areas of our life. As we are talking, we are doing entrepreneurship. We are trying to see how we can come together in 21st centuries. We are entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs. Every one of us that on this presentation is entrepreneur one way or the other. We market things. We market ourselves. We market whatever we are doing. We market our products like AIU. That is one of the benefits of coming through the AIU. You are given opportunity to develop yourself. You are given opportunity to develop your curriculum. You are being enterprising one way or the other. You are an entrepreneurship. So you are combining technology together to make sure that the products that are being given are okay. That is basically what we are going to talk about. How forces of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship produce synergy for business transformation. Business has to transform. Business has to move from incubating to accelerating, and to ensure that everybody benefit from it. That's basically what we are going to talk about. Find new things, old ways of doing things, and doing it in a new way. That is innovation. When innovation comes into technology and when entrepreneurship comes into being, it makes things available and it makes things to be, there will be synergy between those three components. Now we move to the next stage, which is the literature on about global marketing. Literature about global marketing. Well, what we are going to talk about here is how we are going to ensure things work, how the global marketing is viewed in relationship to technology entrepreneurship. Competitions do come from other entrepreneurs. Ability, agility, and faster to market is all about determining but how do you read the product. Multiple release of products during the process, their products are noticeable internationally. If you develop your product, it has to meet international organization. Technology entrepreneur cannot build their product in not isolation, but must be ready to iterate through the base product release in interest of fast developing customers and the market. Technology entrepreneur must ensure that they have agility. What does that mean is that the fast to market must be improved because they have a lot of competitions around. So they must develop, they must innovate, and ensure that fast to release to the market is important. It's also important to understand the global market are inevitably are local. Technology entrepreneur who aspire to reach global market with their product we need to take local consumer needs and desire into consideration. For your products to make it globally, you must take the local consumers and desires into consideration. You must be able to sell to the local consumer of your product before it can be seen globally. The people that are local must be able to consume your services, must be able to consume your product, and before it go local. If you don't have the consideration for the local, then your service may not be into global products. Another aspect is that technology products are created to serve markets. But for example, the product in US may not be readily acceptable in India. Like for example, take food industry, for example. In India, they eat a lot of seasoned food. And in America, you do a lot of sugary food, all those things. So if you want your product to sell in Indian market, you have to adapt to that environment. You have to adapt in the environment. You have to ensure that the local is attuned to that. It's also important to understand that all global markets are inevitably local. Also, technology products are graded to serve markets are what in the United States may not be a good fit for market in India. We also need to that we also need to enjoy entrepreneurship. The field of technology entrepreneurship is in infancy. We know people are entrepreneurs. We have been talking about entrepreneurship. Technology entrepreneurship is in infancy. It's just starting when compared to other fields such as economics, entrepreneurship, management. However, we are at this point where we leverage on the insight contributed by the previous work to create a clear working definition of technology entrepreneurship. Technology entrepreneurship is and its at infants. We know about economic entrepreneurship, we know about management, we know about administration, but technology entrepreneurship is just coming on board, and it's a thing that we are going to work on, and it's a thing that is going to ensure that there is synergy between entrepreneur, the technology innovators, and the progenitor of technology advancement. Yes. So next one we talk about, we go to the next stage, which is the next topic, which is going to talk about technology entrepreneurship. What is technology entrepreneurship? According to Shane and Venkata definition, technology entrepreneurship is just a process of assembling resources. What are the resources we are talking about? Human resources, financial resources, capital resources, and technical systems. We are talking about technical systems like talking about computer. We're talking about technology with the technical system, computer, server, internet. And also we're talking strategy by an entrepreneur venturing to produce, to pursue opportunities. All these things we're talking about, the process of assembly the resources, technical systems, and strategy by an entrepreneurial venture is to pursue opportunities. How would the opportunity include how to get benefit, how to get things out of your services, how to make profit, opportunities in marketing, opportunity in manufacturing industry, coming together to create technology entrepreneurship. Also, we have also identified 9 key elements that make up of technology entrepreneurship ecosystem. One, the new technology venture. We have Internet of Things, we have big data, we have artificial intelligence. Those are the new technology venture. We talk about communities, we talk about nations, countries, we talk about local environment, communities, we have rural, we have urban. We talk about universities where the product are being made, where people are being trained. We talk about corporations. We talk about IBM, we talk about Oracle, we talk about Microsoft. We talk about capital and investment. For technology entrepreneurship to move on like we expected, we need capital and investment. We talk about market. Anything that you are producing should be able to be marketed. Business sectors, government, professionals, advisors, and other components like incubators. Incubators are those one focusing on innovations. How do you get this thing done in a better way? How do you create values out of these services, out of these products? For example, look at Kodak. Kodak was not looking forward for the future. Digital camera has taken over. They've relegated Kodak to the background. So that is innovation. That is the essence of incubator. Incubator focus on innovating, bringing new ideas on board. Then we have accelerator. Those are the ones that are looking at the business, scaling up the business, how to ensure the business grow, how to ensure the business expand, and the business meet the purpose of its establishment. Now we talk about ops. Ops are the way we have all these the research centers, the technology centers, the excellence, center of excellence. All those things are where we have the hubs. Then we talk about technology entrepreneurship. The important component we'll talk about it. Then we have to understand. We need to understand how the business will involve technological technology and entrepreneur, how to ensure and how to understand how their business will evolve, how to understand how the business will evolve, the importance of managerial skills, and the importance of strategy-oriented mindset. Those are the things that the technology entrepreneur need to understand. Entrepreneur have to understand how their business will evolve, how the business will develop from infant to a big organization, how importance of managerial skill, how to manage different components of the entity. We talk about resources, human resources, financial resources, technical resources. Also, importantly, the strategic oriented mindset. How you position an organization. You have to be strategic. Technology is ruling the world now. Everybody is talking about technology. Technology has come to stay. We are now looking at a situation where you can sit down in your house and transact anything you want to do. You can do. They will talk about Internet of a Thing. Those are part of the benefit, the opportunity we have in technology entrepreneurship. Also, we also need to be mindful that there are three motivational factors of technological entrepreneurs. One is interdependency. They depend on each other. We talk about innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. There is interdependency between these three components. We talk about opportunity exploitation. You look at how you can exploit opportunity in every area, in the banking, in telecommunication, in mining. Look at opportunities. And then the last one, the value generation, according to Oakley 2023, 2003. Value generation. Is there any value in that entrepreneurship you are going through? Is there any value in that business you are doing? Is there any value in that service you are creating for the people to benefit? You have to look at it, interdependency. You have to look at the opportunities, and you have to look at the value. Is there any value on the service you are renting? That's basically what is technology entrepreneurship. Is the process of assembling resources, technical systems, strategy by an entrepreneur venture to pursue opportunity. That is, and we have also 9 elements that have been attached to that technological entrepreneurship. We have new technology venture, communities, universities, corporations, capital, investment, markets, because your product needs to have a market. You need to understand the market you are doing. You need to understand the market you are going to. The service you are going to write down to a particular community, the service you are going to write down to a particular market. The business sector, are you focusing on particular sector of the business? Are you focusing on generality or something like that? You need to do that. Government, the policy of government will affect technology entrepreneurship. Government policies, taking your data to the internet. Each country has their policy on internet cyber security. Another professional to run the company, talking about advisors, technical advisors, managerial advisors, all those things are part of the component, part of the key elements of technology entrepreneurship. The other component like incubator are those ones that innovates, accelerates, or are those ones that ensure that the business scale up. There is capacity, competitive advantage to move on, and the of those research center, research and development. So basically, this is what all about technology entrepreneurship. The next one we talk about interrelationship of technology entrepreneurship. What does that mean? We've talked about interdependency. There's relationship between innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. So when we say interrelationship of technology entrepreneurship, we are talking about information technology industry. The networks between the entrepreneurs are enhancer of the first startup life cycle. They enhance each other. There's network between each other. There's network connectivity between each other. University as component of the entrepreneur ecosystem are linked with other components of the same ecosystem. Like I've said previously, that when we talk about the 9 key elements of technology entrepreneurship ecosystem, university is part of it, community are part of it, new technology ventures are part of it. So there is networking between those components. Also, we talk about the most important of the role of university is education. Education is one of the major cardinal points of our human existence. Education one as a supplier of qualified workforce, because that is where we get the workforce from. University produce a lot of workforce, a lot of qualified hands to be able to have interrelationship on time of technology entrepreneurship. University can act as also as a node in the network between corporations, incubators, research centers, clusters, and technology parks. We will talk about technology parks in the as we proceed. We also talk about university also an important role of spin-off generators, people that generate ideas at the national level, at international level, enterprise at other national entity is very important to foster innovation. Technology universities are very important for technology innovations. They are also very important in technology entrepreneurship. Also at international level, clusters form of collaboration. We are talking about interrelationship of technology entrepreneurship. We're talking about collaboration between these key elements of ecosystem of technology entrepreneurship. We talk about between companies, increased competitiveness. We have talked about mergers because they want to have a good outlook. We talk of acquisitions. We talk of takeovers. We have collaboration among corporations. We'll have collaboration among big companies. Also, one of the main goals of technology entrepreneur approach is to create and capture economic values. Technology entrepreneurship without economic values is leading us to nothing. So the main purpose, the main goal of entrepreneur approach is to create economic and capture economic value, either by developing new technologies or exploiting them to achieve the goals. So economic value is very important. Exploiting new opportunities to create value. You know, we have mentioned that there are 3 other things that technology entrepreneurship will create: interdependency, opportunity exploitation, and value generation. So if all this collaboration, if all this interdependency will not create economic value, will not create synergy between them, it amounts to nothing. So we now talk about technology parks. What are the technology parks? The technology parks include the, excuse me. Okay, to achieve the goals, for it, one of the biggest challenges to validate and demonstrate the opportunities. Therefore, one of the goals of the entrepreneur is to create, capturing economic value, either by developing new technology or by exploiting them. To achieve these goals, in order to achieve the goals, entrepreneur must develop strategies, and business model to create new dimension of economic skills, social economic life, begin from ideas, strategic vision. There must be a strategic vision. What are we going to achieve? There must be a strategic vision. There must be a mission statement. What is the technology entrepreneurship going to achieve? Also, the ability to recognize business opportunity is a major skill for an entrepreneurship. It should acquire and dramatically shape the future of the new venture. So for an entrepreneur to be able to go in line with technology advancement, they must be able to acquire a skill which will ensure that he shape the future of his business. Technology is important, and also entrepreneurship is important. So they have to come together and achieve synergy. So the achievement to achieve this goal, develop strategies and business models that will create new dimension of social economy life, beginning from ideas and strategic vision. Say my people lack, my people perish because of lack of vision. If there's no vision, the business will pull up. The next one will be on the next slide will be on entrepreneurship in technology. Entrepreneurship in technology. What do you mean by entrepreneurship in technology? We talk about what we have talked about. What do you mean by technology, innovation, who is entrepreneur? Then entrepreneurship, the art of being entrepreneur in technology. Technology-based entrepreneurship brings in more innovations and research and develop products or markets if technology is involved. It brings more innovation, more new products on the market. If technology is involved, entrepreneurship consists in bringing in changes into traditional markets, and new ones are compared to more traditional entrepreneurship. The new version will generate values if the founder will understand the entrepreneurial ecosystem, which we have mentioned previously on our slide. So information and knowledge should have been gathered in order to answer key issues regarding business model, new ventures, and market. The most important objective of technology parks are one, to generate the emergence of technological companies with high level of innovation based on favorable conditions. So when you talk about technology parks, what are the objectives of technology parks? This is to generate emergence of technological companies with level of innovation based on favorable conditions. Also to be an interface between science and business environment, to develop national economy, and to provide technical and business consulting services. That is what largely depends on entrepreneurship skills. The skill you have to have the skill of both entrepreneurship and market development. That is basically on entrepreneurship in technology. Technology, the most important of this part we talk about is information and knowledge should have been gathered. Then also favorable conditions should be known, national economy, and to provide technical consulting services. Corporation also has important role in technology ecosystem. Corporation, companies has important role in technology as well. Innovation, characters, innovative characters, entrepreneurship initiatives, large and medium company should be looked at. The last 9 is on the strategic entrepreneurship in information technology. That's the lines on the line. Next slide. Business, there are risks in business, in doing business. Risks are generated by business alternatives. Business goes under because of some conditions that are not palatable. Therefore, entrepreneurs need to take more calculated decisions. They need to do a lot of analysis. They need to do a lot of market reviews and see where they can do better. The majority of entrepreneurs that we talk about, look at it and see that entrepreneur thinking in managerial thinking more strategically. There must be more. You should be focused on strategic opportunity and increase business competitiveness. Whatever we are doing, even in life, there's competitiveness. That's why we are here this night. So we need to look at it and see how the entrepreneurship information can be strategic. You need to focus. Business developments has led to increase of complexity of situation than entrepreneur face, and their responsibility have also increased. There's business complexity, There's increase in complexity of doing business. Every product is now being challenged. You have Apple, you have Samsung, you have Huawei, we have all these things. There's business competition all over. So you have to be strategic. And there are risks, business uncertainty can come into it. Entrepreneur willing to risk in a less extent. It's not known that entrepreneurs have a greater propensity for risk taking. Entrepreneurs have propensity for risk taking. In life, life is full of risk. You have to take the risk, and it must be a calculated one. Entrepreneurs in the field of technology can have specialized human resources that will take education component of the system. But the national level, they consider as a lack of skill in social and economic society. So the opportunity is there. The opposite behavior, such as learning by doing what's good strategy, especially if an entrepreneur develops strategy. So basically, there must be a strategy around the technology entrepreneurship. The attitude of entrepreneur have to be higher tolerance for risk and uncertainty reflect their behavior. You know, incubator, innovator, and entrepreneur. They are two different things entirely. Innovator will just give new ideas, where entrepreneur will have to take risk of moving those new ideas into market. So more specifically, even if it is risky, it is more important for them to validate business ideas, a product or service that to
have broken the connection there. So we are having a little bit of technical difficulty. So we'll just have to wait a second for Olawole and Adetayo to come back. Let me see if I can try something here to help him come back. He's still connected. I don't know if his computer has crashed, but the connection was stopped. So let's, oh, no, his computer crashed. We have to wait for him to come back. He has come back. Let me go ahead and get him back up as a presenter. Working fast to solve this problem. Olawole, come back. There you are. We can't hear you yet. Go ahead and activate your microphone.
can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. We only missed about 30 seconds of your presentation, so if you could go back about 30 seconds.
Okay. So what
Okay,
I'm saying,
perfect.
yes, what I'm saying is about strategic implementation in information technology that there must be evaluation of business ideas, products or service direct to the market. The business idea must be validated, and the product or service that is being taken to market must also be validated to see if it's going to meet the set objective. If it is not that, then there will be problem. So the customer requirement, conduct further complete startup have to be secured. So we need to validate business ideas, the product and service that is going to the market. So those are the strategic entrepreneurship information technology. It must be strategic, because there is risk associated to it, and it must be validated and see if there is risk in that, and how do you meditate against the risk. So those are the area that we need to look at this. The next one on the next slide. Challenges in entrepreneurship. Challenges in entrepreneurship. The major challenges in entrepreneurship were agility. What is agility? Agility is fast to market. How do you move your product to market? How do you innovate? How do you innovate new ideas? How do you innovate new products? And how do you move those products to to the market. Another challenges is keeping low labor costs low. How do you produce at minimum cost? How do you produce at minimum cost? Project management skills. How do you manage this product from inception down to market outlook? So those are the major areas that challenges where the entrepreneurship face. Agility, keeping labor costs low, and project management skills. Many entrepreneurs have adopted the strategy of outsourcing. But when we come to realize that at the beginning it seems to be acceptable to the organization, but the competitiveness of the environment, of the community, of the market, of the global market, does not make room for outsourcing. So entrepreneurs have heard that outsourcing will not increase the competitiveness of their startup on the medium to long term, because make customer for this kind of project will quickly redirect to where cheap labors from emerging countries. For example, Americans will produce things from China because they have the labor there, and it's very cheap compared to producing it locally in America. So those labor costs and is a key challenges in entrepreneurship. Another area that is also the competitiveness. We are talking about challenges in entrepreneurship. The competitiveness. Apple competing with Samsung, Huawei competing with Apple, we have Microsoft Surface competing with Apple iPad. So competitiveness, those are some of challenges. Risk associated with business and experience have led everyone to think strategically. What we are doing here is that there must be strategic thinking because there is competitions, stiff competitions. Risk associated with products, with business and experience have led entrepreneur to think strategically. On the other hand, entrepreneur with experience up to years in business and have received a real need for strategic. It has to be strategic. It has to be strategic. How to entrepreneur has to develop a business strategy. He must acquire some knowledge in economics, management, but there's a reluctance to call on the experts of their consultants. So another challenges with entrepreneurship is some have changed strategic direction of their business. Others are still struggling to identify the best place in business sectors, which could harness greater innovative potentials. Difficulties in identification of where the business sector that will really market their products. Struggling to identify the best place is also a strategy. Strategic vision aim is to set target to be accomplished in a time frame. There must be a set target. There must be a target. There must be like what you call smart. Your target must be smart. It must be specific. It must be measurable. It must be you must be able to. It must be achievable. It must be with time. So one of the challenges also is entrepreneurship ecosystem should provide this kind of service to a higher level of professionalism. Entrepreneurs with less experience in entrepreneurship partially understand the role of strategic vision. As much as possible, there must be every entrepreneur must have vision for his products, must have vision for his company or corporation. They seek to exploit as soon as possible opportunity. The few of them are considering that competing in this field needs to be competitive. Entrepreneurs need to be competitive. Agility, keeping the labor cost low, and project management skills. These are the challenges that entrepreneurship face in terms of technology. But especially, you have to innovate. Competitiveness in startup, ways to enhance productivities. All those things need to be, and risk. You also need to have, you need to be you need to be mindful of the risk associated with going to a particular business. Setting short-term and medium-term objectives contribute to entrepreneur proactive behavior, which is extremely important in a complex and a highly dynamic business environment as that of information technology. Information technology is a dynamic environment. There must be short and long-term objective. Technology entrepreneur must be able to set short and long time, because technology information environment is dynamic. It keep on changing. We are talking about internet of a thing. We will look at it. Those are the trends and opportunities in technologies entrepreneurship. So the challenges is enormous. These are just few ones that I can lay my hand on. The agility, fast to market, keeping labor cost low, project management skills very key. Competitiveness is also key. Risk associated with business and experience. If you don't have experience in entrepreneurship, if you don't have experience in technology, then it becomes a challenge to people who want to enter into it. Thank you. Another one. The next one is trends and opportunity in technology entrepreneurship. This is very important. Number one opportunity is big data. Big data. Big data enable companies to track customer buying habits. Like if you go to Google, you go to a particular site. Next time you go to Google, it will pop up Google. It will pop up that site you are being to. So they are using analytics, big data, to analyze your trend, what you do on the internet. Where do you go to? Do you go to shopping? Do you go to clothing site or shoe site or whatever site you might have go to? The next time you log in,
Hello, Olawole. Olawole?
yeah, yes,
You have about, I'd say, 6 to 8 minutes left for the presentation.
yes. I'm going to grind up. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Yeah, I
I'm
see
almost
you only
done.
have maybe 2 more slides, so I just want to
Yes,
kind of give
yes,
you
yeah.
just let you know that you have about 8 more minutes.
Okay. Okay. Now
And
another. Yes, I'm listening. Hello,
yes, about 8 more
hello.
minutes, and
Yeah.
then we get
Okay.
into questions and answers.
Okay. Now, another opportunity is technical growth, as also for growth in business and trade. We have cloud computing, so-called. We all know about cloud computing, where we use our services in the cloud. We also have with automation, things are being done automatically. We have to go asking. We have chatbots. We go to a site. You're having challenges. You have someone that will chat with you. Automation, business have reached a level of productivity. We have Internet of Things, this emerging category based on some technology list above, necessarily on the woman. When you go to your house, you can network your refrigerator, your all these things. Everything is being controlled together. We also have technology and innovation. We also have pray for faster and easy way to communicate, transport, and using it. We have Amazon using drone to develop to deliver product, to deliver goods, and all those things. That's technology and innovation. The next one is conclusion. Technology, okay, just told you about ideas, innovation, and now entrepreneurship come to be. With the passage of time, business are leaning towards technology and now become inseparable. So technology and business are inseparable. Innovation is the key to a long-term business plan. Innovation, business must plan. Entrepreneur must innovate, and technology helps innovation. Therefore, business in the long run need technology. We all need technology. Two, for sustainability. We need technology for sustainability. If technology is separated from business, then the industry will collapse and the business will fail. Innovator is not always a skilled entrepreneur, yet innovation and entrepreneurship are inseparable. Entrepreneur without innovator has no value to bring to the market. But innovator without entrepreneur has value but does not process the skill to serve the market and build the venture. So basically, these are the opportunity. In conclusion, In conclusion, the force of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship produce synergy for business transformation. Innovation along with technology helps business to adapt as well as to evolve. This is important for survival and growth of business. Entrepreneurship help in creating synergy of business transformation through their change management strategy. For an entrepreneurship to succeed, it must innovate and it must bring to the table a new product, a new service that needs to stand out in the market and needs to have a story to tell. Investment in innovation and research and development will be high and may not bear returns in immediate future. Hence, the call for extreme detail and creative spot on opportunity. With innovation of the internet, technology has enabled business to spread to a wider global market. If technology is used in a good way and not misused in business, then it is there to help business grow and make the world smaller for all consumers. Basically, this is the end of the presentation, and the references on the slide are there. So thank you for listening. I appreciate your time. Any question? Thank you.
Are
I'm done.
many questions.
Yeah. Okay.
So much information. You have so much information and so much knowledge about markets
Yeah.
and innovation, business transformation, survival, adaptability. And entrepreneurship is really at the heart of
Yes.
how the economy is going to grow.
Yes.
A lot of AI graduates, what am I going to do with my degree? And we try to encourage them towards entrepreneurship. Take your
Yes.
knowledge, find something, and start a business, start a project, start a community action movement, something.
Yes.
Start something, get something new moving. It's not like everybody has to find a job. People can actually create their own work.
Yes. Sure. Yes.
And you're bringing entrepreneurship with a lot of ideas and a lot of power right to the students in your
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and I've seen questions in chat like, how can you bring entrepreneurship to the rural areas?
How we can do is that so look at that rural area and see what did they need. Look at it and how can you bring it to. You look at what are their needs. You know, you have before you go into a particular sector, you have to look at it. What are the needs? Basically, what did they need? You know, mostly in Africa, the basic amenities are not there, like water, light. So how do you come into that rural environment? Like if they don't have light, you have to partner with the government how to ensure that okay, they have all those things there. And all those things will not come cheap. You have to have some investors who can, at least at the initial stage, it may not be lucrative, but at the end of the day, by the time they see the value in what you are bringing to that community, I think they will buy into it. So in getting entrepreneurship into rural environment, rural area, you need to look at those rural community and see what did they lack, what are they yearning for, what did they require to make life easy for them. So those are the basic things. You have to do your feasibility studies on that particular environment, community, and see what is going to move. So you have to do your business justification, business uh, requirement, what is required in this particular area. So entrepreneurship, all of us who are entrepreneur, I have to sell my skill. You also have to scale your skills. So it's a broad area of sphere of life.
Now, can you talk about your experience with funding? How easy is it to get money for an entrepreneurial project?
We had a discussion sometimes ago where we talk with youth that we have some people, they have fun, but they don't have the idea. You have the idea, you can sell the idea to them so that they can sponsor it. So there we have a lot of people that they have fun, but they don't have the ideas. But when you give them the business proposal that this is what you tend to do, and they see reason and they see that, oh, you actually have the ideas, they can sow into that. Or if you can go to a bank and you can drop your business proposal, so that this is what product I have, this is how I'm going to make it, and see the business process proposals. Those are the areas you have some people, individual, that have money that want to get into business, and we have banks that give loans, all those things. Then we have Agricultural Development Bank in Africa, for Africa, that give loans to youth, all those people that want to go into entrepreneurship. There are a lot of avenue where funds can be generated and where funds can be raised.
Now, here at AIU, we're researching a project, actually work with the World Bank to help our students find funding for projects. So we're just starting to do some research into a project for that.
Okay.
So because we realize there's entrepreneurship, but at the same time you need that money to really for the investment. And
Yes.
how do you get that? How do you get that money? Because a lot of entrepreneurs have the ability, they have the business plan, they know what to do, and where's the money to get started?
Yes. I think that is it's somehow difficult to get funds, but with tenacity, with consistency and all those things, I think people will just buy into ideas and they will sow into it. We have other people that are looking to youth. We have fintech all around that are looking for people to invest and sell the product you move. That may be difficult at initial, but when you are not relenting, when you are focused, you see people that will sell, that will buy into your ideas, and it will come to them.
Are you doing consulting work?
What do you say?
Are you a consultant to businesses?
Yes, I work with EcoBank, and I'm having my own business entity. I'm into consulting, so I know how it's difficult to make to raise funds for business expansion. So I work with a bank, and I know how it works.
Okay, I'm looking. I don't see any more questions. Just wanted to say that I'm just waiting here for some more questions, but I think everybody's just congratulating you on a great presentation.
Oh,
And I don't see any more questions.
how can you help up on the problem of entrepreneurship and technology? How can you help? For me, the question is, how can you help on startup on problem of entrepreneurship and technology? So it's a very complex situation we find ourselves. So which part of area do you want to go to? We are, like I mentioned, you have various sectors. We have various sectors of economy. Which part of economy do you want to go to? Which part of industry do you want to look at? Which part of business do you want to do? You need to look at that area and see where you can focus your attention. And passion is also important. If you are passionate about things, you get it done. So passion drives everything. If you don't have passion for any business, it's very difficult for you to make a success. The person must have passion for whatever you are doing. So basically,
right.
passion, commitment, and consistency is required.
That's when you're working 18 hours a day just to write your business plan.
Sure, you have to do that.
Yes.
There's no food for lazy man. You just have to work it. The difference between success and failure is just that extra mile.
Yes. Yeah, we have many students doing their master's in business administration, working on business plans. So
Yeah,
it's a lot of work when you're putting together that marketing, the financing, with the
yeah.
organizational development. Whew.
And its interest also plays major role in this kind of situation. Interest plays
Just
major
like
role.
project management is kind of a new area of study,
Yeah,
entrepreneurship is now its own major. You can actually
yes,
major in entrepreneurship
sure. You can major on
because
it.
it's a combination of many skills: leadership, management, economics, business management. It's a combination of many skills, organizational theory, all that to come together into a graduate in entrepreneurship. We have
Yeah.
many graduates in entrepreneurship, and it's a wonderful field of study to study entrepreneurship. So you're talking to many students here
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
who understand what you're talking about.
Yes. That's great. I think we can look at that. It's a good area that people should look at, and I think is interesting. And I think I did a course on that on entrepreneurship engineering or something like that. And it's a mind blowing experience for me, and I'm developing interest in entrepreneurship.
Does anybody else have any questions? No. It's everybody's loving this presentation. You have a lot of information, you have a lot of good energy, and you're motivating, you're inspirational. So everybody really liked your presentation. So we
Thank
give
you,
you
thank
a
you,
lot of thank you, Olawale. This is
thank you, thank you,
it's wonderful that you gave your presentation today.
thank you,
And
sir.
you have the last presentation. And from after your presentation, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the conference.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
thank you for your patience, waiting till the end. I know it must be
Yes.
late there where you are.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm waiting for a few more questions. I don't see them, so let me go ahead and just say that. Okay, we're going to bring this to an end then.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for your presentation, Olawale. And
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Edward. Thank you.
so
Thank you. Thank you for the listeners, and thank you for the participants.
now you can stay online and talk with the other participants. I'm going to take
Okay.
you off as a presenter,
Okay. No problem.
but you can stay and continue to talk and chat because I think other people will have some comments,
Okay.
and you're still
Okay.
you're still involved with us.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.